Welcome to #Wednesdays Weekly, a weekly information session in collaboration with voluntary sector and public sector partners. The session today is on Pennine Care, NHS membership and the governor elections. The session will be hosted by Donna Wrigley. Over to you, Donna.
Oh, thank you, Hayley. And so I'm going to put a presentation up now, just to guide us through and to give us some visual. So as you can see, that's my first slide. Donna Wrigley, Corporate Governance Officer within Pennine Care NHS Foundation Trust. And through this session, we're going to talk about who we are, what we do. We'll talk about the trust membership, how you can join and what it means. We'll talk about the governor role and responsibilities, the election timetable and the nomination process. So, aims and objectives. So, to provide some information about Pennine Care, being a governor, election process, share real examples of the governor role and to answer any questions you might have about the role or the process. So who we are, what we do. So we provide mental health and learning disability services to people across Greater Manchester. So that could be Heywood, Middleton and Rochdale. It could be Bury, Oldham, Tameside and Glossop, Stockport. And then it could be that we're linking around the borders. We do have some national initiatives out, even in Liverpool. So we're quite far and wide. Quite a big organisation. Our vision is for a happier and more hopeful life for everyone in our communities, and we employ over 4,000 staff providing care for 1.3 million people across all those boroughs around Greater Manchester. So our services, so if you go online, there's an opportunity to have a look at what services we provide in all the boroughs. So if you were from Oldham and you were interested in the Oldham constituency or the Oldham services, you can click on that map and it will come up with all the services we provide in that area. Same goes for every one of these, and they're all different. They're all commissioned by CCG differently. So no two boroughs are exactly the same. So membership, it's free. As a member of the public, you will need to sign up. So there's a link on our website with a form, and you fill in all the relevant details and make sure you've got your email address, and then you can start to get it more involved within Pennine Care. You don't have to do anything, but what we like to communicate with you on a regular basis, just to make sure that we're keeping you up to date with things that are happening within Pennine Care. We might invite you to any events such as this in the future, and link you in with anything that you might be interested in. So becoming actively involved in the work of the trust and shaping of our future plans, getting a better understanding of mental health and learning disability services, and making sure that your views and those of the community are heard. We might send out a survey to you to ask what your views are. You might meet a governor or have conversations with governor where you want to express your opinion. So most importantly, a member can also become a governor and be elected as a governor. And I'm going to go through that process later in the presentation. So this is it. This is how it looks. So the membership at the top there, providing with an opportunity to influence how we develop health services. And council governors, so they act as a bridge. So they're the eyes and ears of Pennine Care and the members of the public and staff. And they're in the middle of the board of directors, so the accountability is both ways. So this is what the accountability chain looks like. There you can see the membership, council of governors, chair in the middle, board of directors and operational services. So as a foundation trust, we have to have this structure in place, and it's all about accountability, making sure that patient voice is heard and is at the top of priority of the board of directors. So our council governors act on behalf of the membership, holding the non-executive and chair to account, and being the bridge, bringing information in and taking information out of Pennine Care. So this is what our vacancies look like this year. So these are the staff governor vacancies. We've got 2 vacancies within registered health and social care professionals. We've got 1 vacancy in corporate and support, 2 in registered nursing. Now we've also got 2 other staff categories which have already been filled and will be up for election at a later date. This is what the public vacancy looks like. As you can see, 2 in Bury, 1 in Heywood, Middleton and Rochdale, 3 in Oldham, 1 in Tameside and Glossop, and 1 in Stockport. So the statutory duties of a governor. It's quite a meaty role. You're getting quite involved in alongside the non-exec directors. You're appointing the non-exec directors, deciding upon the preferment of office of the chair and the non-exec directors. You decide the remuneration of the chair and non-exec directors with the help and support from the corporate governance team. We provide you with all the information that you need to make a decision, and collectively you'll decide on of what pay you want to give the non-exec directors each year. And you can get involved with the appointment of trust chief executive. So you approve that, and you might get involved with the interview process, receive the annual reports and accounts and auditors report at a general meeting, representing the interest of the members of the public, jointly approve changes to the trust constitution with the board, and express the view of board's plans in advance of the trust submission to NHS Improvement, NHS England. So moving on. So what sort of people become governors? Usually people who want to give something back. They might have used our services, or they might have had members of the family who've used our services, so they want to give some of their time back in regards to their experience as a governor. What do you have to do as a governor? Well, there's 4 mandatory meetings per year that you have to attend, and those are usually about half a day. But we also have subcommittees as well that feed into the full Council of Governors. So there's 3 of them. They take place on a quarterly basis, and there's local meetings too. So these local meetings, if you're from Oldham, they will be held in the Oldham constituency. The time commitment, well, we say about 12.5 days per year. If you were attending all the meetings, doing all the reading and engaging with the members of the public, if we put all that together in a chunk, it would be 12.5 days per year. So what's the process? So we have a link to our nomination site. So within that, I'll show you what that looks like later. In that nomination site, there's a nomination form which gets completed online, and it needs to be returned to us by the 10th of May. Now, if there's 2 vacancies for one constituency and 3 people go for that vacancy, then it's a contested election. That means that ballots need to go out to all the members in that area to decide, for the public to decide, or the staff to decide who they want to represent them as a Council of Governors. If 2 people apply for 2 vacancies, then they automatically get a place at the Council of Governors. So this is what it looks like. This is our nomination page. On the right side, you've got some important dates, and then there's a link at the bottom where you submit your nomination form, and you get 3 questions. So one of the questions might be, tell us a bit about yourself, and you're allowed 30 words on that top one. And then again, there's another section that says, tell your members why they should vote for you. Again, there's restrictions in the numbers of words you can use in that. And then the third question, the second question is tell what experience can you give to the role. And then the third question is tell your members why they should vote for you. And that then gets submitted to the independent returning officer, My Voice. And you can go back to it, edit it. Even if you've submitted it, you can edit it right up till the 10th of May. So this is what it looks like. So the information sessions are going on throughout March and April. This is what we call an information session. The notice of election went out 6th of April, deadline for nominations 10th of May. Notice of poll and issue of packs will go out 25th of May, and voting closes on the 5 p.m. on the 24th of June. So we'll get the results of the elections on the 25th, which is the day after. New Council of Governors or the newly elected Council of Governors will commence in post on the 1st of July, and there's a load of induction process that we work towards. So we have a welcome event, and we have 2 inductions which talk about the governor role, what's expected, and as an introduction. And we don't expect you to know everything right away. It usually takes about 12 months to get your head around the governor role. So don't let that put off. If you've got no experience around the governors, we develop you on a regular basis and make sure that you're equipped with the information that you need. So there's some more information, and this information is on the nomination site as well. So if you were interested in becoming a governor and you wanted to read more about it, this Govern Well guidance here, so you're thinking about becoming a governor, is a really good document. It's a shortened version of the reference around your strategy duties there, a bit more easy reading, a bit more lay members terms. So if you were reading anything about the Council of Governors, that's one document I would recommend you read. So, any questions? That was a real whistle-stop tour of Pennine Care and the governor election. So I hope you found it informative, and I'm happy to answer any questions that